addition to normal pre-flight procedures and pre-flight checks, ensure that you have the system case. Open the case and check that you have the weight bag, long line, 3 carabiners, one of these is a spare, safety knife, closing pin, spare rubber bands and spare quick links. You will also require sand, 170 pounds. Check that you have the banner and that you have the correct client's banner. Do a final weather check before you leave, and if you have any problems, call the BBA representative immediately. Once the flight has taken place and the banner is on the ground and the helicopter is shut down, walk over the whole system from the helicopter to the weight bag and check that everything is in place. Also check how much line has been taken on the activation line inside the weight bag. Flight records are to be kept up to date at all times. Ensure BBA are informed of any issues or changes of plans to your operation. Check that the system and the banner are in full operational order for the next time that it has to be used by another crew. This is to help our management fix any problems that may have occurred. Final point, please take care and pay attention with everything that you're doing. This could cost someone their life. Once you've located your area, look around and make sure that it is large enough for the operation, that there are no power lines, trees, anything laying on the ground, people, or anything that can be hurt or damaged by this operation. Make sure you have more than enough room to be able to get the aircraft up and down with the banner. The direction of the wind is very important. You must have the banner perpendicular to the aircraft and all facing into the wind. If the wind changes even 45 degrees, move the helicopter and move the banner. It is most important as you can entangle the banner whilst trying to pick it up if you're not facing into the wind. Prior to the takeoff, make sure that the banner is located to the right-hand side of the aircraft. When taking off, make sure that the banner stays as far away from the helicopter as possible. Keep the line from the banner to the helicopter as taut as you can without being very tight. Your flight time from takeoff to positioning over the top of the banner before lifting the weight bag up is approximately 15 to 20 seconds. Do not sit over the top of the banner for too long, as it will stir the banner up and could become entangled. Once you are over the top of the weight bag, move slightly forward of the weight bag before you pick it up off the ground. This will ensure that the bag does not fall or swing back into the banner on takeoff and you end up with entanglement. Fly away slowly. There is no hurry to get into the air. Make sure that your movement from ground into straight and level flight is done slowly. There is no need to rush this in any way, shape or form. Make sure that the set speed of the banner is the set speed that you have on your indicated airspeed. Do not fly the banner faster than the dictated speed of the banner. You can damage the banner. If at any time the banner has a problem, you are able to slow the banner down in speed and take it back to the airport and land it. The average speed of a banner is approximately 40 knots. The way to be able to tell this is to look out of the helicopter, look at the back top corner of the banner, and you will see a pocket at the back. If the pocket is sitting at the top and it's fully inflated and flying happily, then you have a very good speed. If the pocket is inverted and flying upside down, that means that you are flying the banner too fast. Slow down. Always make sure that when you're coming in to land with the banner that you have plenty of room to put the banner down and that the area is still clear. If there is a problem, do not try and land in that area again until it is clear. Enter the landing area into the wind and assure that you have enough height to be able to clear any and all obstacles. Do not come in too shallow. Come into a hold position and wait for the bag and the banner to settle. Make sure that you're going to put the bag down exactly where you want to put it and that the banner will not snag on anything behind you. If you have a crew person on the ground, listen to what they've got to say, but also use your own eyes and have a look at what's taking place. Put the bag on the ground, then move to the left-hand side of the banner, keeping it in eye shot. If you have any problems at all, button the banner off. But try not to do this, it's not the best procedure. Continue down to the ground, keeping the line taut but not tight. Keep an eye on the banner all the way to the ground, and even when you have landed, keep your eye on the banner. It can be picked up by the wind and reinflate, and it can move the helicopter around. So your job hasn't been finished until the helicopter is shut down and the banner is laying flat and happy on the ground. This is your equipment bag. Before you go out to operations, you should open it and check that everything is in it. When you open it, you should find your weight bag, 3 carabiners, one of them is a spare, safety knife, closing pin, there'll be spare rubber bands in there, and spare quick link, which is on the end of this. Also note that the previous crew that has used the tow line has wrapped the line up and tied it off. This makes life easier for the next person to set up. That is your gear bag. Here you have your 170 pounds of sand for the bag. So here you have your banner. When you open it up, you should have 2 ends. Both of the ends should have the lines wrapped around ready to go. One end will be square and one end will have a curve. This is the top. This is the bottom. You take your carabiner, the bottom of your banner, then take the bottom of your banner and connect it to the bag and close it off and make sure it's locked off. Now you are ready to be able to take the entire banner out of the bag. The reason we do this is that if it's a windy day and the banner is pulled out and the wind gets hold of it, it could blow away. Because it's connected already to the bottom, it can't blow away. So always connect the bottom of the banner to the weight bag before you get the banner out of its bag to spread it out for the operation. And today you'll notice that we don't have a banner, we only have the leading edge. It's too hard for us to drag a whole banner out and film it, so we're only using the leading edge, but the leading edge is exactly the same as what you'll be using on all your banners. So we're now connected with the bottom of the banner, and we're going to get the banner out. The easiest way to get the banner out is to start at the bottom and work your way along the leading edge and keep pulling the banner out in this way all the way until you get to the top. Now we'll go to the top. So we've spread the banner all the way out with the leading edge. This is your top section, the pointy edge. The banner is spread out and the banner leading edge is facing into the wind. Now we're going to connect the tow line from the banner to the helicopter, which is also facing into the wind, and everything is set from left to right. So with your tow line, it has its cover. When you pull the cover back, you should find the main loop, which you put your carabiner through, and then connect your carabiner to the top of the banner. And lock it off. While you're there, close it. Don't forget to close it. You now have the tow line to the helicopter connected to the banner. You now connect the activation line together at this point. You have the activation line coming from the tow line, and you have the activation line coming from the banner, and you connect them, making sure that they're not wrapped around anything, that they're clear coming out of the banner, that there are no knots, that everything is nice and clear. Then connect them. Close them off. Slide your cover up to the top of the banner, and the cover fits over the carabiners. Now you'll find that you're going to have your activation line, you're going to have a spare piece of activation line. That activation line gets put into the pocket, into the cover itself. And then you close the cover over the carabiners. The carabiner is hidden inside here. And close everything so it's nice and neat. We'll now move towards the helicopter. So we bring the line in to the front of the helicopter. We then do a hook check with the pilot. First we check the electric release, then we check the manual release. We now put the main tow line onto the hook. Make sure that the hook is closed and secure. We then take the activation line and connect it to a hard point on the helicopter. We then pull the whole system and make sure that everything is sitting in the right place. Once this is done, you are good to fly.